Thank you for joining us tonight. I'm Miss Watts. I teach your children ELA, which is reading, writing, which includes the grammar, words, and handwriting.
And I'm Miss Edwards, and they get, if they're in my homeroom, they get social studies, math, and science. But if they're with Miss Watts, they only get math and science with me.
Right.
And the same.
But I teach a segment of social studies also. It's my homeroom.
And then, ella es la maestra Miss Watts. Ella es la maestra de, si están en la clase principal de ella, ella es la maestra de ciencias sociales, lectura, escritura. Y yo soy la maestra de matemáticas y ciencias. Pero si están conmigo, reciben matemáticas, ciencias y ciencias sociales si están en mi clase.
One of the first things we want to tell you is how to get in touch with us. On your child's Friday folder, their homeroom teacher's email address is on here. But it's really easy because it's just our first name, the dot, and then our last name at hallco.org. So it's Christy.Edwards@hallco.org and Lori.Watts@hallco.org. And of course the phone number, you're welcome to call us. And then we have Remind 101. We're asking that you go to the media center. That was one of the things I think they told you at the door. There are people up there that would help you sign up for that. And we also have a Facebook page. Now when you search this, it'll pop up, and then you have to go to groups to find it. Facebook is odd. And we use these two things to remind you about field trips. We use Facebook to show you if you sign the permission for your child's picture to be taken. We post pictures so that you can see some of the things we're doing in the classroom, and especially those special days, you know, field trips, Christmas, just different things that we do at school. If you have any problem with that, let us know. We'll try to help you because we did have a little bit of a problem with it last year, but we discovered that if you do the group, it usually pops up. And we will send this home tomorrow. We will send this information home with your child in their Friday folder tomorrow.
Y estas son maneras de comunicarse con nosotros. Aquí es mi correo electrónico de Miss Watts, el número de teléfono de la escuela, y también Remind 101 es una aplicación que pueden obtener en su teléfono y si se inscriben y pueden ir a la biblioteca para que les ayuden a inscribirse, pero nosotros les vamos a mandar información cómo hacerlo. Si hacen esto, entonces ustedes reciben información como si vamos a ir a un paseo, recordándoles que hey, mañana vamos a ir a un paseo, algo que está pasando en la escuela. Y también tenemos la página de Facebook si quieren bajar esa aplicación y usar esa aplicación, porque nosotros ponemos fotos y ponemos también información. Así es que estas son todas las maneras que se puede comunicar con nosotros. Y mañana, mañana vamos a mandar toda esa información también en la carpeta amarilla. Yes.
I know you all recognize the yellow folder. We've been using these for a while now. This is their Friday folder. That's the only day we send it home. And we will send this home. And this week in your child's Friday folder will be their milestone results from the 3rd grade. And it's 2 sheets, so they should come home with those 2 sheets for you. We're just reminding parents, please check this every Friday because we get folders back that have sometimes, by the time we've been in school a month, it might have 3 weeks worth of stuff in it. And so like, the one I'm holding now, the child didn't give it to the parent, and the information about tonight's in it. So we don't want you to miss anything because that's our mode of mail. Now during the week, if there's just anything that comes home during the week, we don't send that home in their binder where they have their agenda. We have them tuck it in the pockets because most of them have the clear pockets when you open it, and we have them tuck it down in those pockets. So if they have anything, it should be in there.
Cada viernes mandamos la carpeta amarilla que tiene información que la escuela está mandando o información que nosotros estamos mandando, pero le pedimos por favor que revise la carpeta porque a veces nada más lo devuelven y a veces queda toda la información, como aquí está información que vamos a tener esta noche y claro que los papás no lo tienen ahora porque no revisaron la carpeta amarilla. Mañana también van a recibir como hicieron en los exámenes Milestones el año pasado. Al final del año tomaron esos exámenes y mañana van a tener sus resultados. Son 2 páginas, una página es de matemáticas y la otra es como hicieron en lectura y escritura.
Anybody have any questions so far? Preguntas? I'm going to move on to homework. They do have homework every week. We try to keep it pretty simple, but as their reading teacher, I do expect them to read every night, Monday through Thursday. Bonus points if they read on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, because we have a classroom economy, which we'll talk about next, and that benefits them when they read on the weekend. This is what they have in their folder this week, if they stay with me for reading, and it's just a simple sheet where they have to put the book, the pages they read, and then they write a response. In their binder, in a sleep protector, they have this sheet that talks about the different things they can do right here. We're still learning. I've seen a couple that have like 1 sentence, and we're going to work to write more information about their book because they need to be able to do that. And it's just broken down into Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and then down here they have to tell me how long they read and the pages. And if you would be so kind as to initial it. I don't expect a full signature every night. Just hit it with your initials. And I've told them, I know that sometimes they go home and they have siblings that are babysitting and things. As long as the sibling is in high school, they can sign. Other than that, it needs to be guardian, mom, dad, whoever's in the house. Some weeks they will have this. Other weeks they will have a language sheet. And we timed this one time last year, and it took less than 10 minutes, the whole sheet, for the kids to do. I give this on Monday, I don't want it back till Friday. But when they do have this, they are still expected to read. And what I've asked them to do is on those weeks, they will use their agenda as their reading log. And all they will have to do is write down the title of their book, how long they read, and if you could initial it. And I tell them, no cheating. Mama's, daddy's, older sisters, brothers, whoever, does not write their stuff down. They are responsible for that. So, because sometimes they'll say, my mom forgot to write it down. That's not how that works. They're in 4th grade, they can be responsible for writing it down. And all they need to do is, hey mom, I know you saw me read, could you sign this? So, and then Miss Edwards has a little bit too.
Yes, so I give a weekly math sheet that'll look like this, and I don't give it every week, but they will have homework. And I told them you guys will earn money, and we'll talk about that in just a second. Our classroom economy, we earn money for doing it. And this week we are doing it in school, so they didn't have homework this week. We're doing it in school, so I'm modeling how I want it done, so there's no confusion next week. So they are getting this on Monday, and it's not due till Friday. So I told them you can go home and do it on Monday, you can go home and do it on Tuesday, you can do it each night. But if you do it all on Monday, I still don't want it till Friday because we go over it on Friday. This week they realized that we did a column each day, and it took 3 minutes, it took 4 minutes, so I told them this whole thing should take you 10, 15 minutes. And if you're paying attention in class, you should be able to do it pretty quickly. Like I said, I give them money for that. And so it's not due till Friday. I know students are busy with sports now, and I know you guys are busy, so it's not due till Friday. So they have all week to do this. Entonces tienen tarea, y esta es la tarea de lectura y escritura. Cuando tengan esta tarea no van a tener esta hoja, ahorita les explico de esta hoja, pero esto siempre va a estar en su binder, esto siempre va a estar ahí, y luego ella les da esta hoja donde ellos tienen que responder a una de esas preguntas el lunes, el martes, miércoles y jueves. Y luego aquí tienen que poner el libro que leyeron, cuántos minutos, y ustedes tienen que iniciar. Ok, poner los iniciales. Y esto es también lectura. Si ella no manda esto, entonces va a mandar esta hoja. Esta hoja también ella se los da el lunes. This due Friday, you said? también no tienen que regresar para el viernes. Y cuando tengan esa tarea, lo que ellos lean, ustedes lo van a escribir, o ellos los van a escribir aquí. Ella quiere que ellos ya sean un poquito más responsables y que ellos escriban lo que ellos leyeron, cuántos minutos, y nada más ustedes ponen las iniciales de ustedes. Tarea.
The next thing we want to talk about is the classroom economy. And as Ms. Edwards mentioned, the kids get paid for their homework. They can earn money for various things. Homework is one, attendance. If we're out in the school and another teacher pays them a compliment, we pay them for that. I'm trying to think. Homework, being here, because that's so important. I mean, if we don't go to our jobs, we don't get paid, and we want them, we're trying to teach them that already. But the flip side of that is that we charge them rent. They have to pay rent for their desk, their chair, and their Chromebook. And rent is $25 a month. But they should very easily be able to earn $25 between attendance, and we both pay for homework. It's not just one thing. Ms. Edwards pays for math, and then I pay for the other. So, you know, in a week, they could easily make $10 off of homework, if not more, depending on what they do. And that's why I said, you know, if they're writing down in their agenda that they read Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, I pay them extra for those days, so they can earn extra money. They can earn money. I know I told the other group they earn money this week. Some of mine, I've been giving a reading assessment, and they were so quiet and stayed on task so that I could hear kids reading and actually know what was going on, that I paid them money because they were that good. So there are just various ways they can. But again, there's a flip side. They can also lose money. And, you know, if they're being repeatedly told not to do something, we tell them, okay, if I tell you that again, I'm taking $5, I'm taking whatever. So they have to pay fines. They should all have a wallet. I know I've told my kids to put it in their binder and keep it with them, and that's where they keep their money. From that money, they will pay their rent, and then we will have a store bi-monthly. So twice a month, they will be able to go to the store and buy, we call them coupons. So they just, you know, and they have various prices. The more popular things are a little more expensive, just like in real life. So they can go, and we let them buy gum and candy and tech time, hats.
Variety.
Yeah, just a variety of things. So if they come home and say, hey, I got a coupon, I get to take a hat to school tomorrow, yes, that's fine. So we don't want you to think they're pulling your leg about that. The gum and candy, we do have some very strict rules about, so I'm going to tell you up front about those, because they are only allowed to have the gum and candy in our room. So they can't like pop the gum in their mouth and then go to specials or then go to lunch. It has to stay in our room, and we've talked to them about that. So if they come home and say, hey, I don't get to buy gum anymore, it's probably because they waltzed out of the room with it in their mouth, even though we've, you know, talked about it. And we've also talked about if we start finding gum, like, I know we've all been to school and seen gum under tables and stuff, and we don't want that to happen. And we've talked to them about that. Anything else with money?
That's pretty much it. Money.
Yeah, I think so. Any questions about the money? Okay.
Entonces, en nuestras clases hacemos un sistema de economía y he trabajado varios años muy bien, así que hemos estado siguiendo usando ese sistema. Entonces, lo que nosotros hacemos, ellos pueden obtener dinero. No sé si ustedes lo han visto ya, tienen dinero así, y ellos pueden obtener dinero si vienen a la escuela todos los días, si hacen la tarea, si se comportan bien. Hay muchas maneras que ellos pueden obtener dinero, pero a la misma vez hay maneras que también les podemos quitar dinero si no están enfocados, si no están poniendo atención, entonces nosotros le quitamos dinero. Ellos tienen que tratar de obtener por lo menos $25 al final de cada mes, porque tienen que pagar la renta. La renta es la mesa, la silla y su computadora. tienen que pagar $25 cada mes, así es que ellos están trabajando duro, haciendo sus tareas, haciendo lo que ellos tienen que hacer para pagar eso. Y con el dinero que tengan, además de eso, pueden comprar cupones. Tenemos la tienda 2 veces al mes. Ellos pueden comprar cupones, sea masticar chicle o dulce, comer con la maestra. Hay diferentes cupones que ellos pueden comprar con el dinero que ellos han recibido. Y nosotros hemos dicho que también el chicle, si lo pueden masticar en la clase, pero si otra maestra los ve masticando chicle en otra clase o cuando van a comer almuerzo, entonces no van a poder comprar este cupón, porque ellos le hemos dicho que en la clase nada más. Y también si empezamos a ver chicle debajo de las mesas, entonces también les vamos a quitar esto, no van a poder comprar este cupón. Pero todos los años se ha trabajado muy bien, los niños aprenden mucho con ese sistema, aprenden cómo administrar el dinero. Si ellos tienen $8 y yo les doy, si les debo 2, entonces si no tengo de a 1, le digo ¿qué podemos hacer? Me puedes dar uno de a 10 y yo te doy los 8. Así es que nos ha gustado ese sistema y los niños también les gusta.
I'm going to go back to the Friday folder. The last or the first Friday of the month, we will send home a calendar for you. And on that calendar, it'll have the birthdays for that month. It will have, like, coming up in September is McDonald's night and Skate Country. And it'll have those on there. We do the color days. Just, some kids like to participate in that. We explain to them that, we're trying to help the pre-Kers learn their colors. But also on it is just a reminder about homework. And then at the bottom, we have each subject listed and what we're working on that month. Just so that you kind of know what's going on in the classroom, and if you can, some kids you have to pull the information out of them. This will give you help in doing that and get them to talk about what they're doing at school.
Cada mes también va a recibir un calendario diciéndoles que estamos, es nada más diciéndole qué está pasando en la escuela ese mes, si hay cumpleaños en nuestro salón, de los niños. Aquí abajo está lo que vamos a aprender ese mes en cada clase. Aquí nada más diciendo que tenemos de tarea, información de la maestra si se tiene que comunicar con nosotros. Así es que esto se lo vamos a mandar al principio de cada mes. Y también se me olvidó decirles que con la tarea, sí, también a veces les doy cosas que vamos a estar aprendiendo, así es que si ellos llegan y dicen, está muy difícil, que traten, porque nosotros lo vamos a revisar como quiera el viernes, así es que no se frustren, que hagan lo que ellos puedan y luego nosotros lo vamos a revisar. Also meant to say about my homework, most of it is things that we've already gone over, so they should be able to do it pretty quickly. There are some things that I kind of want to see, some things that will be coming up that I kind of want to see what they already know how to do. So if they get to a question and they're like, we haven't talked about that, it's probably true. There's a couple of questions on there that we probably haven't gone over. So if you see that they're confused, just say don't do it, because I just want to see what they already know how to do, because we're going to go over it Friday. So they can either say, I already know how to do that, or, I missed this part. So it's just for them to see kind of what they already know how to do. Don't let them get frustrated. They should not get frustrated with this homework. So if you see them just say, skip it. You guys are going to go over it Friday.
Just won't get counted off or anything. Because now I remember last year maybe Alyssa's teacher done that, and she was like, I don't know this, and I'm like, you had to do it. So I'm just kind of
most of it is things we've already done in class. There may be a couple of questions that are things that are coming up, but if you see she's like, Mom, I really don't get this, just say skip it. Really just you just skip it and just say, hey, you want to try it? And when you guys go over it Friday, you may see that you know how to do it.
Okay.
So just
and the same for this sheet, because it will have things they've already done and things they haven't, just to see where they are. And we go over this on Fridays too. So
okay.
So I don't want them getting upset.
Right.
I just want them to make the effort. And if they see they can't, at least they tried.
Yes.
Y cuando los niños no traigan esa hoja, ustedes no les ponen un sí de que ellos tienen que hacerse responsables.
¿Cuál es
La de matemáticas.
Esta. La de Javier va a ser un poquito diferente, pero ¿cómo es la pregunta? Si no,
No,
tiene...
porque como mi niño cuando estaba en el
Good
3,
evening, everyone. The time is 6:55 and our second session is now complete. El horario es 6:55 y la segunda sesión ha terminado. We want to thank you for coming tonight. We also want to thank our Hope students who translated, and we want to thank all of the Tadmore faculty and staff who were here tonight. Muchas gracias a todos por asistir y a los estudiantes de Hope que vinieron a interpretar y a las maestras. Parents, don't forget, please stop by the gym and pick up your students. And also, please stop by the front table to get help with technology and the Remind app.
Y no se olvide pasar para la mesa de enfrente para que le ayuden con la aplicación Remind y para agarrar su carta de biblioteca.
And make sure that you stop by the Mahomes County Library and get a library card. Hope students, if you could come to the front lobby, we need to get a picture of you before you leave tonight. Again, thank you everyone for being here. Have a nice night and travel home safely.
sí, porque yo le decía, porque con Javiercito en tercer año, yo batallaba mucho porque él no me hacía esas tareas y él me decía que nunca le daban tareas. Hasta que yo vine con la maestra a hablar con ella y yo le dije, si él no entrega esa tarea, ustedes no me lo dejen salir a jugar.
Okay.
Y eso es lo que yo quiero que hagan con él este año también.
Okay.
Que si él empieza con que se le perdió esa hoja, no me lo dejen salir a jugar.
Okay.
Sí, porque yo así es como yo le meto a él. No lo regaño, no lo castigo, pero le doy en lo que él más le duele.
Ajá, entiendo.
Salir a jugar así.
Sí, eso le duele a todos los niños, entonces
Sí.
te entiendo. Ok, no, está bien, gracias por
Y
dejar
también
eso.
en la otra, en el spoiler que dijo ahorita de que ellos se lean, también usted chéquele la firma, porque Javier a veces hace mi firma.
Ok,
Sí.
Ok,
A
está
veces
bien.
él se pone a escribir mi nombre y paz como yo lo hago. Yo le dije a él, yo voy a hablar con la maestra también de eso.
ok,
Que ella cheque mi firma, porque yo lo hago muy diferente a la que tú haces.
ok, está
Para
bien.
que te ponga atención con esto, con Javier.
Sí, yo hablo con ella, ajá, sí, está bien. Gracias.
Now, are they going to receive that math homework and the reading at the same time?
Yes, and I meant to say, like, this really, like I said, we did it in, like, we're doing it in school, and this took 2 minutes, 3 minutes. Like, it really just doesn't take that long, and that's why some kids were like, well, I can do it all in 10 minutes. And they should be able to do it all in, it does not take a long time to do.
So it should be in their folder.
This should
It
be.
should be in their binder, yes.
I
Until next week, right?
Next week, yes, next week.
Right. And the first week that we do the language sheet, we will do that at home together. We'll still put it in their binder so that if it's going home, so they get in that habit, but we will do it together, just to model that for them. The last couple things we want to tell you really quick. We just want to mention arrival times. We're not having a huge problem with kids being tardy, but we just want to let you know we have to be at specials at 7:45. So if you're late and eating breakfast, they're not getting to eat their whole breakfast on PE days and things like that, because most of them don't want to leave it sitting here and go to specials. So we just need them to get here a little earlier if they're eating breakfast especially, because of that 7:45 special time. Okay?
Sí, le pedimos por favor este año, nosotros tenemos las clases de especiales a las 7:45, así es que acabándose los anuncios de la mañana tenemos clases de especiales. Así es que si ellos llegan tarde, a veces es difícil para que ellos coman. Normalmente se lo pueden llevar a la clase de especiales, pero como la clase de educación física, es muy difícil que coman ahí. Así es que por favor que lleguen con tiempo si van a comer aquí en la clase, en la escuela.
And the last thing we want to mention is their headphones or their earbuds. Most of our kids have earbuds, and we bought little containers so that the earbuds aren't getting thrown in the backpack and getting broken, because we did have a lot of kids get them. They were broken last year because they just put them in there and everything they own would be on top of it. So we bought those containers. We just really need those to be in their backpacks every day. I know we're already having kids saying, oh, I left them at home. But if you have 10 kids on the computer and they're watching the same video, they're in 10 different spots and it's distracting to everybody. So we're just really asking that they keep those earbuds in their backpack and have them every day for school, for instruction.
Y si por favor les pedimos, y casi todos los estudiantes tienen los audífonos, pero por favor que traigan los audífonos todos los días a la escuela. Hacemos mucho con la computadora y videos o y tienen que leer algo y a veces puede distraer a los otros niños si no tienen los audífonos y también ellos no se pueden estar tan enfocados si no están nada más viendo lo que ellos tienen que ver. Debería de estar en la mochila o los pueden dejar aquí en la escuela, pero por favor, porque a veces tenemos niños que dicen, los dejé en la casa, pero eso debería estar en la mochila siempre.
Any questions?
Solo acerca de los libros para leer, ¿aquí les dan libro o pueden leer de la casa? O como yo la pregunta que tengo es, como por ejemplo el libro de lectura, ¿se lo dan aquí y cada cuánto lo tiene que regresar para atrás para la escuela? ¿Los viernes? ¿O puede ser cualquier libro que lean en la casa?
Puede ser cualquier libro que lean en la casa. Miss West también, you let them take books home. También ella tiene libros que ellos se pueden llevar a la casa, pero puede también ser libros que ellos escogen en la biblioteca o que tengan en la casa.
I just asked that they return them in good shape.
Pero para que agarren el libro tienen que completar con el trabajo de la escuela. Si no terminan el trabajo de ese día, ¿les prestan el libro?
Sí, ella le presta el libro o si ellos quieren usar un libro que ya ellos han escogido de la biblioteca para hacer la tarea también o un libro que tengan en la casa. No tiene que ser un libro específico para la tarea.
Any other questions? Okay. Well, thank you for joining us tonight.
Muchas gracias por venir.
Thank you. Yes.
You're welcome.